How can emotional intelligence be developed for most profit? Let's see, this one is good, this one is good, this one is good. Oh, didn't see you standing there. Let me tell you about the benefits of emotional intelligence. And you won't be leaving this place without buying the product. So we laid the foundation for emotional fortitude by demystifying what emotional intelligence stands for. Then we put some bricks and raised the building by establishing why emotional intelligence is important. And now the time has come to populate that building with some folks. If you didn't catch my drift, we will talk about how to improve ability of managing emotions. Before proceeding with practicalities, which will be presented in depth in the next clip, I want to mention some positive effects that one might experience by developing knowledge for emotional processes. I guess that would be the cleaning of the building before inviting the folks. Well, first I have to sell the concept to you, right? Right. I felt that there was too much to cover in one video, so I decided to snip this one in two halves. Besides, series of 3? Nah. 4 sounds much more pleasing. Until some years ago, this whole thing sounded very weird to me as well. Some might think emotional intelligence? Sketchy, hipster, new age, or maybe those 3 B's of organic nature. You know, baloney, bananas, and BS. I don't believe in it. I don't find it useful. So that's why it must be worthless. Human civilizations have strayed tremendously from inner values. Spirituality, if you may, which is understanding the life through the inner self. Strayed so much that the mere notion of something that cannot be measured can be perceived as a bogus preaching. Just because you can't measure it doesn't mean it's non-existing. Being able to break down emotions and understand them is really the framework of how a person interprets the world, surroundings, and ultimately the life itself. A filter through which you sift external information. A mentally tough person is really a seasoned human being who has a deeper understanding of how life is about flow and lightness. Now listen carefully, I'm about to drop some new age knowledge here. Emotions are about feeling out, understanding and embracing, floating, perceiving and observing, and emptiness. Thoughts are about streams of data, processing, working, doing an activity, being busy all the time. A fullness. There's a lot more intelligence in emptiness, spaciousness, nothingness. You don't learn when you talk, you learn when you listen. Nothing new can come inside when the place is full. Developing intelligence is about bringing in something new and not letting the old one to root itself, to build up a nest. Life is a flow, life is a movement. With that said, you come near the truth by being homey with your emotions. Spoken language is a human construction, which skyrocketed the development of everything around us. But unfortunately, we came to abuse it. The spoken language became that guest whom you invited to your home and who never left. Home is being your mind, of course. Can you leave now, please? What a mooch. Improving your emotional intelligence, setting on a path of mastering them, will make you almost invincible. Being able to bounce back from setbacks, knowing that nothing in life is personal, will make you to brush off all kinds of rejections and failures. All kinds. Life teaches you wisdom and you acknowledge it by learning from those mistakes and taking those dead ends as opportunities to grow. Your private relationships will be polished to become the diamonds that you always wanted them to be. You will understand yourself, your needs, which will make you recognize emotional patterns in fellow humans, how they really feel, how they really think about you, and everything else. You will become more open-minded towards something new and improve your erudition, always focusing on hurdles and using your logical thinking in order to overcome the barriers, as well as achieving your other goals in life. When adversity is at bay, you will ask yourself questions like, what can be done here? Instead of dwelling on hurt emotions, welcoming criticism and adapting to your ever-changing surroundings will become a natural state for you. Having a well-developed emotional intelligence will make triggered emotions within you become only a temporary state, as opposed to a person with poor understanding for emotional processes, who instead dwells on those feelings and lets them become a permanent characteristic, a trait. The process of emotions happens in following manner. Imagine you are an IT employee. You have a meeting with the client. The client gives you an idea of how he wishes the development of the computer system should proceed. You acknowledge the emotions. Then you proceed to paint a picture in your head, which will be the consequence of your expertise and your way of working. You translate those emotions into thoughts. Moreover, you ask some additional questions to see if the picture coincides with client's ideas, that you are on the same page. You make sure that you understood those emotions correctly. Finally, after getting a green light, you proceed to put those ideas into practice and make your best effort to get the job done. You manage your emotions, make a rational decision. Mastering others is power. Mastering yourself is becoming fearless. Or saying out.